Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to demonstrate how the sewer solution from Valterra works, and I'm going to show you how I do it. I've had this thing quite a few years. Probably this thing's about 5 years old, between 4 and 5 years old. I originally purchased it for a truck camper. Since then I've upgraded to a fifth wheel. This is a 2019 Jayco Eagle 29.5 BHOK, and I did not get the onboard SantaCon system that they had because I had this, and I'm kind of glad I didn't get the SantaCon, only because there's two dumps on this. This one has 3 gray water tanks, one for the bathroom sink, one for the shower. Of course you have the black water tank, and then the outdoor kitchen has a dump and a tank located in the back. Down there you can barely see it. So if you got the SantaCon system, it would not connect those, so you still need to do something. So this works for me, so I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to show you how it works. I have 2/3 full of a black tank currently. We did a shakedown weekend. I had 3 kids plus the wife and myself, so there's some stuff in there. I'll leave it at that. So what I do, this thing I brought home, it's in my driveway, and I'm fortunate enough to actually have a vent for my plumbing. The vent is on the side of my house right here. That goes right down into my sewer, which goes out of the house. So I take the cover off, and you could use, if it'll reach, the hose that actually comes with the sewer solution. The problem is it's only 10 foot long, so pretty much that's 10 foot right there. And if you haven't figured it out already, what I have is PVC electrical conduit. It's already got a male end on it and a female end, so you don't even need any fittings. It's just a press fit. I don't use any glue. I store these lengths of pipe. If they're 10 foot longer, you can cut them to the length of your bumper, which should be about 8 foot, 8.5 foot. And then I store it, I pull the cap off, and I put the pipes in there. So I happen to have 2.5. I also bought the extension. That's a 25-foot extension, but I haven't used that yet. I haven't needed it. Because sometimes with these longer trailers, you wind up in a situation where you're not all the way back at the site, and they'll have like the dump, the sewer connection all the way in the back. Well, anyway, let's get started. So you want to have positive pressure water hose. Mine's already connected. Don't use your drinking hose for this, just in case there is any backwash. It actually comes with a anti-siphon valve, so what I found, if you leave that anti-siphon valve on, it leaks. What I do is I just bought a hose I dedicated for this purpose, keep it in the camper. But anyway, you're going to turn this on, and what that does, you can see inside here, it's going to spray a stream that directs it right down into this hose, and it's going down. So right now it's not going to work too well because I don't have any vents open. So the other beauty about this is you can aim this jet back up inside to flush your pipes out. So that's shooting up towards the pipes in the tanks. So on my truck camper, I was fortunate enough to actually get up into the tank. I don't believe that's going to happen here. But anyway, you aim it back down, and this jet acts like a Venturi, and it pushes all the water down with it. So it's going down. This is actually pumping about 2.5 feet uphill. It's hard to see here. So that's the other beauty about this. You can't do this with the stinky slinky. You need a pump of some sort. So right now, I'm about to release the black tank. So that's under here. You're about to see some stuff. There we go, kids. So this is a real world demonstration. You can see this family eats a lot of garbage. But what you're going to see, and what everybody wants to know, is what happens with all the chunky toilet paper and all that stuff. Well, what you do is you rotate that thing back and forth. If there's anything that doesn't break up, you can break it up with that jet without getting dirty. That's the beauty of this. I love the fact that when I'm done with this, regardless of whether or not I use my gray tank as a flush, this hose gets dumped out and cleaned out with fresh water. So this is actually pumping right now beautifully. It's going out. The negative to this is that number one, you have to use pressurized water. Number two, it's not as fast. So if you're looking for something to save time, you're not dumping from a 3-inch pipe. You're dumping through a 1-inch hose. So 53 gallons or whatever this thing holds, it's going to take a little bit of time. But it works. It works well. Like I said, I've used this thing for 4 years, and I've never had a problem with it. You just got to know the intricacies of it. Like I said, it's pumping uphill right now. It's going out. It's hard to see. I don't know if you guys can see the movement in there. So I'm not going to bore you with everything on this. I'm going to pause the actual video right now, and we'll see if something comes in where I have to break it up, and I'll show you what I have to do. So one thing I didn't talk about is the need or luxury of buying one of these clear adapters. Here you can see paper and that kind of stuff going through there. A lot of people talk about paper and the need to use single ply, septic tank type paper, all that good stuff. We don't. We just buy whatever's on sale. The one thing I did just start using, as you can see, this is just about the bottom of the tank here, so it didn't clog at all. And I'm very impressed with one thing that I'm going to throw a plug to, and that's the Camper's Friend, or Happy Campers, I'm sorry, Happy Campers chemical. So I'm going to aim this up the other way to get the rest of the stuff out there. And then we're going to do this again and just get the rest of it out. But Happy Campers, it's some type of chemical or natural powder you put in there. I'm not affiliated with it at all, but I just started using it. But I got to tell you, it works great. And the one thing I noticed, that this stuff has been sitting in here about a week, and it looks like it's kind of been eaten up. So I guess with the enzymes and everything that's in there, it breaks it up into smaller pieces, and it's done a very good job. The other thing I could do is take this hose off and run my tank washer, and then I'll probably get more stuff out of this too. But yeah, just wanted to show this to you guys. This video is probably a little longer than I wanted it to be, but if anybody has any questions, shoot me a message. I'll be happy to answer. Very happy with this thing.